Hey everyone, welcome to Trade with Rob, brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Thursday. That would be the 12th of February, 2026. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope it has been a great trading day for you. So as we get started here, I want to jump in. Actually, we're not going to look at the S&P first. I want to look at the candidates from our last update. And that is going to be, let me just get them where I could see them. I'll share the sheet with you in just a few minutes. JNUG, this is the second time this one had been on our list. This one traded. The time before did not. So we're looking at yesterday. All right? We're looking at yesterday's trade. All right, so and it's right here. You can see the candle is kind of hidden, no less, right? I mean, it's just open and close was right near that 278. So if we go back and look at a 5-minute candle on JNUG, right, we wound up taking a bearish entry off of JNUG after we got the close up in here. This is about 10:30 in the morning. We got the close up in here, and then we failed. We wind up taking that trade. Now, we could have taken it over here also. Either one of those worked, right? So we're just going to mark it up as over here, okay? Is where we take the trade. And then we wound up running up and big drop at the very end of the day. So we got into that at 277 and we got out at 278.55. So we're down about $111 on that trade. It's really not a big mover, so I'm not too concerned with it. Next one was Deere, DE. Woo! Man, they are just rocking and a rolling, splishing and a splashing. So what happened? We're looking at this day right here yesterday. Okay, so let's go check it out. So if we go to a 5-minute candle, let's go look at yesterday's candle. What happened? We opened up, we kind of drifted off, and we closed right on this candle. Right? Now, these are keys. Listen, this is critical to the components of this strategy. Right? This is not hype and hoopla. You need to focus on the exact way that I am utilizing this strategy if you want to take advantage of it. So we watch this thing drift down, and we see that we've got a support at 583.20. We closed on this candle right here at 584.24, so about $1 above. We need the pullback to be less than $1 away and a bounce. Well, what happened? We continued to push back down. We opened up, we stretched down. We got to a low here of 583.66 with a fib of a support of 583.20. So was that 46 cents? 46 cents? We bounced right off of it. On that next candle is where we enter into the trade. We got in this candidate on on Deere. We got in at 584.20 and we got out at 593 towards the end of the day, which is our normal exit end of day, or hitting resistance, which of course we did not do today, yesterday rather. Right, and then last was First Solar. Let's go back and look at all the fibs, the Fibonacci levels. Okay, perfect. And now we're looking at First Solar right in here, right? So we got the gap down. Let's see what happened in there on that 5-minute candle for First Solar. We got the gap. So here we were. We kind of went flat, and then we gapped, ran down. We broke out, closed here, retested. How did we retest? You got 221.55 is support. We got to a low of 221.75, so 20 cents away, and we bounced. And on that candle, the bullish entry was taken. Right at 222.50 was the entry. Right here we were 221.5 or so. 222.50 and 226.30 was the exit. So if we look, 3 candidates, we're up $663 on Deere. We're up $273 on First Solar. We lost $111 on JNUG. That gives us $3,153 in P&L for the year. We've only done 9 trades. 7 of them have worked for us, and 2 of them were costs. There's no losses, they're costs. It's cost of doing business, right? So we had 2 of them go against us. So now the goal is, what do we find for today? So let's just define what I'm looking for and what I'm trying to lay out for you right now. Basically, I am looking at stocks that have a very particular move, right? As we look at the S&P 500, we want to use that as a guide. So right now, we're in a bullish bias right now on the S&P. Our support is going to be our two moving averages, the 8 and 21. Those are our support levels. We got a little bit of resistance here, but this is not a critical level for us any longer. It's more that 7,007. The real critical level is, do we break down through the 6780? That's the critical level. That puts us back into a bearish mode because we put in a high and a lower high and a lower low. We did not get up to a higher high. So, this would be another lower high right here. Might not be true. That might be a slightly higher high. Let's see. 69.93, 69.88. Yes, it was, but what is this here? What was this one here? 69.93.08. This was 48. And the day before doesn't work either. It's lower. 69.91. So we did make a slightly higher high. That's great. As long as we don't break, because we barely made it. As long as we don't break through this 67.80.13, we're okay. If we do, Houston, we've got a problem. Okay, so let's see how our candidates break out for today. ALAB is our very first one. So they just had earnings, big gap to the downside today, and a strong continuation move. Does that mean it's going to move down tomorrow? There are some of you that are going to be of the opinion that, yes, we're going to continue this tomorrow. There are others that are going to say, Rob, look how strong that support level is. It's going to bounce because today was an overreaction. I'm going to tell you, when you ask me, Rob, is ALAB, is it going up or down tomorrow? My answer is yes. It's either going up or it's going down. Right? What do you mean? I am not going to pick direction and lock myself into a corner if I don't have to. These are called switchback trades for a reason. The switchback trade represents an opportunity to trade in both directions. Now, if you go to the members area, tradewithrob.com, there's trainings inside there. You got to register, it's free, but there's two trainings in there. One video is an hour long, over an hour, and the other video is about 10 minutes. The hour-long one teaches you the entire strategy, stops, targets, everything, how we trade them and all. The second video is high volatility. Big gaps like today, even though it gapped away from where we thought it was going to be, how do we still trade this one today? And this was a beaut. I'm not going to go through that one. It wasn't on our list, so it doesn't count in our numbers. So let's look at what we're doing. So I'm going to use two different colors. Red basically says that I think the stock is going down. Blue, I believe it's going up, right? And that's just because they're red and blue are the preset markers that are inside of my recording software. So if we move to the downside tomorrow, retest and fail, and I don't care, it doesn't have to come all the way back to the 143.82. Retest and fail. If it does, I'm going to take the trade off of that fail. I'm going to have support down here at 130.69. My target's going to be 132-ish. I'd be okay with 133, 4, 5, 6. I mean, you got a lot of opportunity in there. My stop will be just on the other side of that 143.82. If for some reason it does decide to go up, give me a small move up, a retest, and a bounce. Again, I don't need it all the way down. If it comes down or a little bit more, that's fine. But I don't need it all the way there. Right, we're going to take the trade on the bounce. Resistance is at 157. My target's about 155. 155. My stop will be just down below that 143.82. That's critical. Stop us on the other side of wherever we're at right now. Right, so that's our very first one, which is ALAB. Broadcom. This is a stock that we trade inside of Power Option Plays, is one of our candidates today as well. So let's see what we're looking at today. I like Broadcom better to the upside. So let's grab a blue pen. Small move up, pull back, and bounce. Why not take the breakout, Rob? Breakouts don't normally work. See? Breakout, fail. Breakout, fail. Breakout, fail. We just fail. Breakout, fail. Oh, breakout, fail. Breakout, fail. But Rob, some work. Look. This was a breakout and it ran. And this was a breakout and it ran. Yeah, it happens. But look historically and you'll find fail, 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 fail. Fail, fail. I mean, it doesn't work. They don't generally tend to work. Right, I'll take the trade on the bounce. My resistance is at 357. That puts my target at about 355. Right, my stop just down below that 343. And if it does break to the downside, fall, retest, and drop, we're going to use the 21 moving average, which is 334, as support, which means my target is going to be about 336. Right? Take the trade off of the fail. Put your stop just on the other side of resistance. And the last one is JNUG. Now, this is 3 days. Three of the last updates we've done, we've had JNUG on our list. One we didn't take, one it went against us. It's back again. But guys, look at where we close. It's just over and over and over again. We close near, it seems, key levels. We did here, and now we are here. So I like this one much better to the upside. So we'll use a blue pen first. Actually, let me pull this out first a little bit. It's a little too tight to draw off of that. All right, beautiful. Small move up. Sound familiar? Retest, bounce. Nothing special here, folks. This is McDonald's secret sauce. They just mix ketchup and French dressing and whip it together, and there you go, McDonald's special sauce, or whatever the ingredients are in it, okay? I don't really care. Point is, we do it again and again and again and again. We don't need to recreate the wheel over and over again with this trade. We're going to take the trade off of the bounce. Resistance is at 323. My target's going to be about 321, 320, somewhere in that area. Stop just below that 298 level. And for the downside, if we fail, I'm good with it. Fall down, retest, and drop. I'll take the trade off of the drop. 278 is support. My target's going to be about 281, 280, somewhere in there. My stop is just on the other side of resistance. Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of opportunity on all three of these. Now, do you take all of them tomorrow? Listen, when you're first doing this, get good at taking one. Find the one you like the best. Actually, don't find the one of these three you like the best. Instead, I'm giving you the blueprint on how to do this, but I only gave you 3 stocks. There are 22 stocks today. I gave you 3. If you're a subscriber, and again, it's free. If you're a subscriber, you'll get an email every day, even on days I do not produce a video. You get an email that says, hey, here's the update for today with all the candidates in it, as well as screenshots of every chart where the support and resistance lines are drawn, so you know exactly what to do from there. Go watch the training. It'll show you how to take these trades, how to set these trades up, learn how to take stops and set your stops, set your targets. It's pretty straightforward if you'll just put a little bit of time into learning. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you at our next update. Bye for now.